Hello and welcome back to Buzz Banter. I'm Mo, and you're watching another edition of Dueling Reviews. This week, Tom and I tackle RIPD, and I get to try and defend this film. So, what is there to like here? Jeff Bridges is in top form, playing essentially his character from True Grit, only to comedic levels. The movie is done essentially as a live-action cartoon with lots of over-the-top action, cheesy one-liners, and it's an all-round good time. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Kevin Bacon also in, well, I can't even say top form because Kevin Bacon's usually the same. He's never bad, he's never great, he's just always this level of entertaining that's just above the just high enough above the mid-range that you keep coming back for him. He's definitely entertaining in this film. I wouldn't say it's one of his better roles, but I definitely enjoyed him in this. He's so nonchalant. It's quite nice. You have a fairly well star-studded cast throughout this, whether they're in the main cast or playing the alternate versions of these guys. It's quite wonderful to watch Jeff Bridges, who knows he looks like a smoking hot blonde, tell people off and play up what he looks like to everyone else to his advantage. It's overall, it is definitely quite a fun film. Lots of great action sequences throughout this. The CGI monsters a lot of people have been complaining about. Well, if you're complaining about that, you miss the CG effects with the buildings being torn to pieces, the vast cloud vortex thing in the sky. The afterlife itself is quite funny. It's run as a bureaucracy, and the reason why they need the RIPD is because, well, the system wasn't meant to handle so many people dying every day. So some souls get left back on Earth, and they need to wrangle them in. It's uh, uh, it's cool to see just how imaginative they got with a lot of it. These sort of hollow dead souls, these souls of the lost because essentially whatever you were uh, is what your rotting soul begins to represent. So if you were a snitch, your jaw just gets like absolutely massive. They have the weirdest things in this lore. A lot of stuff doesn't make sense, like how the universe is set up so that only a certain amount of people can die at any given time before the system just can't handle it anymore. It's it's a little awkward, but it's a little endearing at the same time because the film doesn't take itself seriously in the slightest. It is a live action cartoon, which is why Indian food's a good way of finding where these people are. It's yeah, that is a thing in the film. How does it compare to the original comic? Well, similar to Red, it does actually improve on its original basis. The RIPD comic was incredibly bland and boring. It tried to be kind of actiony, it tried to be funny, but the main characters were just bland, they were forgettable, dialogue wasn't that great. It was just lowest common denominator. It wasn't even lowest common denominator. This movie is sort of lowbrow humor throughout, but it's enjoyable lowbrow humor throughout. The comics weren't even that. They didn't have humor, they didn't have great action, they didn't have memorable characters, they had really nothing going for them. I'm surprised that they managed to get as many volumes out as they did, because it is more than one. Um, that being said, I I enjoyed this film overall. But is it a good film? You're gonna have to take a look at Tom's review to get the answer to that. In any case, that's it for me. You've been watching Dueling Reviews on Buzz Banter. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to follow us on our parent website of boxofficebuzz.com for all the latest and greatest. All of the pre-screening articles and early reviews, they go straight up there. We don't put them on YouTube. So check out our articles on boxofficebuzz.com. And don't forget to, and please, we thank you for supporting us on the YouTubes. Anyway, I'm Mo. We will see you when we see you.